Welcome to Simplexity Analytics Seasonal Report for May of 2023. May is the most bullish month of the year for the US dollar index. It's the most bearish for cotton, silver, and the euro currency. No coincidence here that the euro currency is the most bearish at the same time as the US dollar is the most bullish. They always move opposite to one another. We're going to highlight this month cotton and the euro currency and the S&P E-minis in this video. The other markets listed here are also going to be available on our website at simplexity.analytics.com. First off, let's have a look at the cotton market. This is a weekly chart, and our Simplexity Analytics seasonal indicator is here on the bottom, and we can see that cotton typically peaks out around the middle of March or so and has a lower high at the beginning of May. And then from May onward, for most of the summer, we have very bearish conditions seasonally for cotton. In terms of price, for the last number of months, cotton's been in a fairly wide trading range, but it's actually been following its seasonality for the last few months. We can see the peak here in March has a higher high than this peak coming up here in May. So that leads me to believe we're going to follow through with our seasonal pattern this year. Now let's have a look at how the heat map for May looks for cotton. Here is the heat map calendar for May for cotton, and we use a $1,500 stop in this market. What I'm looking for here on these heat maps, I'm looking for horizontal lines of the color corresponding to the bullish or bearish month that is indicated. So for cotton, we know it's a bearish month, so I'm looking for horizontal reds clustered together, and right away, I'm looking at this area right here. Towards the end of the third week and into the fourth week, we have 85% plus days. We have an 89% day, and we have pretty good dollar values as well. We have up to 11,000 here on the trading day left of the month. That's day 8 left in the month. So I'd be looking towards the middle of the third week. If selling opportunities presents itself in cotton, here's where I would try to be looking to get short cotton. Next up is the seasonal chart for the euro currency. If we take a look at May, which is this decline right here on the indicator, and right here in 2022, and right here in 2021, we see it's a very bearish time for the euro currency. Now, what we want the price to kind of follow the pattern of the seasonal to prove that the seasonal pattern is going to be effective in this year. So what we want a lower high to be made here April, May than it was here at the peak at the beginning of the year. And we may or may not get that, as we see price now is very close to the high made back here at the beginning of the year. In the previous year, this lower high here in April, May, compared to beginning of the year, was the same as price. Price made a high up here and was lower in April, and then the seasonal continued on for the rest of the year. Same kind of thing back in 2021. We had a lower high in April, May than we did beginning of the year, and then the seasonal bearishness took effect for the rest of the year. So we're going to keep an eye to see that the price doesn't break above this earlier high as we head into May. But let's have a look at the heat map now for May. The heat map for the euro currency for May using a $2,000 stop shows most of the red or most of the bearishness occurring in the first 2 weeks of the month. So I'm going to focus in on here pretty much right off the bat. First of the month, if we start seeing selling opportunities present itself, I'm going to look to get short there. And if not, or if I'm already short, I'm going to stay short throughout the next week as we see a lot more red again, good percentages, good dollar values. First couple weeks in May is the strong bearishness for the euro currency. And finally, here's the seasonal chart for the S&P E-minis. Now I say May here is a neutral month for the E-minis. What that means is it just doesn't rank in the top 3 bullish or bearish. So therefore I'm considering it neutral according to the back-tested stats on it. Although if we do look at the indicator, May sure looks like it has a steep decline here. And if we go back another year, there would be May, and May not quite so much back here in 2021. So there might be a little discrepancy here. So let's have a look at the heat map for May and see if we can make some more sense of this. Well, looking at the heat map calendar for the S&P E-minis using a $2,000 stop, we can see why May is classified as a neutral month. And that's because the first part of the month is more bearish, and then the last part of the month is more bullish. There's actually a lot more green, it looks like, for the month in the last week of May. Even starting in the end of the third week, there's a lot of green there. For long opportunities, I'd probably be looking maybe for that Tuesday of the last week. As we know, Tuesdays are the best day to buy into stock indices. I'd be looking to enter long in that area if a buy opportunity presents itself there. Thanks for watching, and remember to like and subscribe, and also hit that notification bell so you don't miss any future videos. Simplexity Analytics, making complex trading simple.